Hello, and welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I hope you're having a terrific day wherever you're at. On today's episode, I'm going to do another mail day episode. It's been a while since I've done one. So I have a large stack of cards. So I'm going to show you everything that I've received over the last several weeks from Postcrossing, as well as swaps and surprises and all of that stuff. But before we get to the postcards, I have just had one of the most amazing weeks of my life. My wife and I last week were on vacation for the whole week. I posted some pictures on my Instagram story. If you follow me on Instagram, we were very fortunate to be able to rent a house on a lake several hours north of where we live. It was just an amazing week. We were on the water a lot. We were fishing, we were kayaking, we were swimming. Just had an amazing week, and so sad to see that end, but also excited to get back here and share these cards with you. Also, the last day of our vacation, I did a little philatelic thing, and there'll be videos coming out about that very, very soon, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. Also, if you watched my last video about Turkish stamps, I showed this pack of stamps from Turkey, and as part of reaching 750 subscribers, I said that I would give this away. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is go to that video, not this video, but the previous video that's entitled Turkish Stamps, and comment the word win. You have a couple days left to do that, so please go do that if you'd like to win these wonderful stamps. And then we'll draw the winner, and I will announce that in my next video. So I told you I got all of these postcards, but I also received this wonderful package. This package is from Vera in Germany. So Vera, thank you so very much. There's a lot of stuff in here to unpack, so this will be another video. I don't know if it'll be this week or perhaps next week. But pretty soon we will get to that, and we'll look at everything that's in here. There's some really neat stuff, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. All right, well, let's get right to the postcards. The first several are Postcrossing postcards, official Postcrossing from postcrossing.com. First is this wonderful card of a mailman. Now, this postcard comes from Belarus. Let me show you the great stamp. And something interesting about this card was sent to me on September 28th, 2023. So it was 287 days that it took for this card to reach me. It traveled 4,686 miles. So it's been almost a year in transit to get to me. So wow, the stories this card could tell. What's the longest amount of time that you've had a card that you've sent travel, or one that you've received travel? I'd be really curious to find out. Let me know in the comments. Next is this beautiful multi-view card from Austria. And so this is from the Postal Museum in Austria. Oops, good catch. So very nice card. There is the stamp. So thank you for that. This next card comes from Bridget, who lives in Canada, and says this is a postcard of the city where they live. So really wonderful postcard, and I really like the stamps, especially this long bus stamp. I hadn't seen that before, so what a great stamp. So Bridget, thank you for that. Next is this card. This is of Johann Sebastian Bach. This card comes from Luther, who lives in Germany. Luther says that he was a musician at his church until he retired. So very awesome, Luther, that you were able to lead music in your church. I think that's great. And then look at the stamp. What a great German stamp. So thank you for this card. Also from Germany is this card. This is a Van Gogh card. I love it. Such a really nice card. And thank you very much for sending it to me. And there is the stamp. Next is this really whimsical card. I love this card. This comes from Belgium. It comes from Marlene. And Marlene says that they have lots of cultural events in their town. And one of them is the International Cartoon Festival that started July 7th. And this card belongs to one of the participants. And I hope you love this card too. I do. I love it so much. You know I like long-necked animals, especially giraffes. It's a great card. It's whimsical. It's funny. And I really do enjoy it. So thank you for sending it to me. And there is the stamp. Next is this card from the Netherlands. But you see it's a British card. Keep calm and carry on. This comes from Karina, I believe. It says, 3 years ago, they were in London and they bought this card and knew that it would come in handy someday. So thank you. Thank you for going to London, for buying this card, and for sending it to me 3 years later. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I really appreciate it. So thank you very much for that. And then there you see the stamp. Last official Postcrossing card is this card here. Look at all of those giraffes. This comes from Sandra in Germany. Sandra says, I hope you like this card. You need to find the 2 giraffes with the bows and one with a heart. So she has translated the saying for me. So somewhere it's kind of like a Where's Waldo or a picture find thing. There are 2 giraffes that have bows and 1 giraffe that has a heart. So I'm going to look for those very soon and see if I can find them. There are the stamps. Sandra, thank you so much for that. Next is a postcard. And it's this postcard, and this comes from Smokey, who lives in Thorp, Wisconsin. That's right, I sent it to myself. A few episodes ago, I talked to you about pictorial postmarks and said that I was sending away to get some of those. And I did. I sent away for 3. And so far, I've only received 1 back. And this is the postcard I sent me. It's of the Queen. I love it. I don't know what else to say except I love this postcard. So I sent it to myself. And then that is the pictorial postmark that I sent away from. You see it says QWERTY at the top. It looks like typewriter letters. It was for the Wescopex Postal Station, May 4th in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. This was a stamp show that I was going to try to make, but I had other commitments and couldn't go. So I was able to get the postcard, and really thankful for that. So next is swaps and surprises and friend mail. So let's take a look at all of that. All right, up first is this card. This is from Lisa, who lives in Georgia. Lisa, very nice to hear from you. And she sends me this wonderful Star Wars card. She says she bought these cards because she kept running into fans on Postcrossing. And so she says that she knows that me and that dad guy like it. So she's sending both of us one. Thank you, Lisa, for it. It's a great card. And I really appreciate it. Hope you are doing well. And there are the beautiful stamps that she's put on the card. Speaking of pictorial postmarks, the reason I did the video was because of this postcard, because Lila had sent me a message and said that she was going to a stamp show and a Postcrossing meetup, and there was going to be this special cancel. And she was so gracious to send me this from the show that she was at. So Lila, thank you so much. I know it's been a while since you sent it, but I did receive it and I really appreciate it. so very much. Next is this beautiful card. This comes from Renee. Renee has her own channel right here on YouTube. Her channel is linked in the description of my video. Please go check her out. She does amazing videos about postcrossing. I think you'll really enjoy her content. Renee was very blessed recently to take a trip to Portugal. And she was so very kind to send me this postcard made of cork. If you know, in one of my Fun with Stamps episodes that I did with Mrs. Smokey, we featured a cork stamp from Portugal. So very nice to have this card from Renee. There is the stamp and the stickers. So Renee, I'm glad you had a really great trip, and I'm really appreciative of you sending me this card. Check out Renee's channel. More long-necked animals. This comes from our good friend Lewis. And so Lewis, thank you for another wonderful postcard. This one is very beautiful. I love it. Lewis always decorates so amazing. And look at the stamp he has included. Lewis, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, next is this postcard. This comes from Monty and his wife Violet, who live in Canada. They're always so very kind to send me really amazing postcards and philatelic items. This one is no exception. I love the church steeple and the bell. So thank you both very, very much. And there is the stamps that they have included. I really appreciate it. I hope you all are doing well. This says London, but it's not the London that I thought it was, and it's not the London that you think it was. Says, thought you might like a postcard from the other London. My mom was born there. My sister lives there. Hope you and your family are having a great summer. So this comes from Terry, who has her own channel, Today's Snail Mail, right here on YouTube. Please go check out her channel. And so thank you. Thank you so much from this postcard from the other London. I don't have one from there. And there are the Canadian stamps that she's included. Really appreciate it. Yeah, summer's going great. Like I said, just got back from a fantastic vacation. Things are ramping up. I got a lot of things going on to finish out the summer. So very busy, but also very blessed and very happy. And Terry, I hope you're doing well also. Next is this maxi card. This comes from Jilly B. Jilly B living her life her way. Also a channel here on YouTube. Please go check out Jilly's channel. She does great things with postcrossing, with stamps, different hauls that she buys from different places. Jilly is a very, very crafty. She's always into some kind of crafty thing, which I'm very envious of because I am not a crafty person. But her videos are really, really good, really put together very well. Go check her out, give her a like and a subscribe. And so Jilly B was kind enough to send me this card featuring the red arrows, which I did not know a lot about. I think they're kind of like the Blue Angels that we have here in the States. But really great card. And there are the stamps. 2 stamps featuring Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, and then 1 stamp featuring His Majesty King Charles III. Really nice stamps. Jilly, thank you very much for that. Here is the next card. This comes from our good friends Catherine and Werner, who live in Germany. We met through Postcrossing. We've become pen pals for a couple of years now, maybe 3 years. We write letters back and forth. And so they were recently in Munich and were kind enough to send my wife and I this beautiful postcard. So Catherine Werner, thank you very much for that. There are the stamps. Next is this card. This is from El Morro Vineyard in Trempealeau, Wisconsin. This is from my very, very good friends, Craig and Mary. They were Trempealeau's, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours from where I live. They were there visiting. They toured this winery. And an interesting story about this postcard. I had went to my local post office, which if you've seen my videos, I've shown the post office. It's not very big. I walk in the door, and coming out of the door where you buy stamps and things like that was my friend Mary. And so we chatted a minute, said hello, and went our own way. And then a couple days later, I received this postcard. And when I told them I had received the card, Mary informed me that the reason she was at the post office the day she ran into me is because she was mailing this card. So she said, I could have just handed it to you, but what fun would that be? So she dropped it in the mail. And here is the stamp without a cancel. So, Craig, Mary, thank you for the card. What a wonderful postcard this is. This is from Alex, who says they recently stumbled across one of my videos. I understand that you like postcards with churches. I do. It's one of the things that I collect. I also collect churches on stamps. And so that they recently visited Leipzig, saw the postcard, and immediately thought of me. I hope you like it. I do. I love it. Thank you so much for thinking of me and for sending this wonderful card. Alex, I really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. And there are the beautiful stamps that Alex has included. Moving on to this great card here. This says, hi, Smokey. I'm a great fan of your YouTube channel. I saw this postcard in a card shop and in the UK and thought of you. So, more long-necked animals. I love these guys. This is from Dave. So, Dave, thanks so much for thinking of me. I really do appreciate it. And there are the wonderful stamps. So, Dave, thank you. This card comes from Jessie, who lives in Puerto Rico. She also has her own channel here on YouTube. It's linked in the description of this video. Go check her out. These are great snails. Maybe they're some of Satchel's relatives, maybe distant cousins, who knows. There are the stickers and the stamp. So, Jessie, thank you so very much. I really like the card, and I really appreciate it. Next is this card. This comes from Basil, who lives in India. Basil's always so kind. He really keeps up with cancels, special cancels, and special days and festivals and holidays. And he's always so kind to send me those. And once again, he's done that with this card and these beautiful special cancels. So Basil, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Last, but certainly not least, is this really colorful card. This comes from Aaron, who lives in Colorado. Go Broncos. And so Aaron just says, I hope your summer is off to a great start. Wishing you all the best from Colorado. And she has one of the new U.S. issues from the U.S. Postal Service, which is celebrating carnivals. So it's a big time in my area, and I know a lot of the U.S. for state fairs and carnivals. And so these stamps commemorate that and celebrate that. So Aaron, thank you for the great card. And thank you for the wonderful stamp. So that's it. Lots of cards this time around. Thank you to each and every one who sent me a card. Don't forget, if you'd like to win those stamps from Turkey, go back to my previous video and type the word win. That's the word I'm looking for. And to be entered in that, you still have a couple of days before I draw the winner for that video. If you haven't done so yet, this is the time that I ask that you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, leave me a comment. Thank you all so very much for watching. Until I see you next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.